All right, everyone. We're super excited to have us today. It's yeah, today is a what day? Monday, the first day of the month of July, and guess what? It's the first day of the month, and much more is the first day in the quarter. It's the first day in the quarter, the first day in the month, and I think it's one of the great moments we really love to have such discussions we are having, and I think it's kind of important, right? So we can as much as possible pay detailed attention on that one at that to yeah, I'm gonna work on this. Right attention to what we think is going to be the highlight of today's discussion, right? So it's kind of important that we have these. Bitcoin currently sits at above 62,000, almost 63. I think I even got there. And I think we all have experienced one way or the other the blockchain, I'm sorry, the crypto bull run. Those of us that has been in this space for more than 4 or 5 years, right? So I think there's so much for us to pay attention to when it comes to scaling, all right, and then staying profitable. Because as much as I have more to say, right, about staying profitable, I think there's so much we must still you know, right? So we do not miss out on the really big thing, because I think there's so much to defining how the market is going to be going. And then yeah, I think it's important that our curiosity doesn't goes off while we are making all of this great discussion. Once again, you're welcome. This is Harold the Guild, and I'm your host. I'm super excited to have you join us today, and we're going to be talking about ton. Oh my god, yeah, we're going to be talking about ton. All right. Meanwhile, this point where the beacon market is a very critical point to buy, and it's on the financial advice anyway. So I've been watching it, and I hope it's maintain it's cool and it's buying posture. Anyways, that is that. So I know you might be wondering what is it about tone that we have to discuss today, and how is that one of so many discussions that we need to have. I think I'm going to start by making you realize that in the year 2020, right, during the COVID, one of the highlights of that year, aside the pandemic, which is an unfortunate incident, is the prevalence of Bitcoin, or so to speak, the prevalence of cryptocurrency in major homes. I mean, everyone begins to give attention to learning, everyone begins to give attention to reading, everyone somewhere somehow begins to give attention to studying, and of course trying out new things. I mean, to make ends meet majorly, but of course it became more of a phenomenal discovery as everyone begins to see how important and necessary the cryptocurrency industry, and of course Bitcoin, and of course yeah, crypto generally is for human's day-to-day transaction, right? I tell you. And so for one way or the other, we begin to see great stuffs happening because of that, and it's kind of interesting. But you see, I must also say to us that following the 2020 markets, I'm going to be showing us some certain data as we proceed. Please just stay tuned, right? Because I think it's kind of important for us to go back through the memory lane so we can understand where we are here and how critical turn blockchain is as a breath of freshness in the crypto market, and how critical its role is in onboarding more users, and of course redefining the state of adoption. Now the thing is 2020 was a year where we're trying to escape the bear market. I'm going to show you the data of that. Let's quickly travel back in time. Monthly candle, and then here we go. All right, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry, I have this funny trade I've been looking at. I hope it hasn't peaked. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna look at that. Okay. Oh wow. Okay, it isn't. So let's go back. So sorry, that was a good digression. Now, so because we also trade here. All right, so what do we get to see here quickly? No, not here. Yeah, so this must have been December. As you can see, this is December 2020. Just look at the cursor as I'm moving it. As I move the cursor, you would see the date. So that was the 1st of August 2020, right? And there you have it. Following that, essentially 2020, during the old year of the COVID, it was a time where the market was trying to escape the bear market that began in 2017, right? So essentially, I don't know if you all can see this. Let me make it bigger. So this was the top of the bull run that led us to the point where, hey, thank you everyone. I'm seeing a lot of greetings. Nice one, nice. Hey, thanks. I'm gonna appreciate those who've been part of this live room and dropping greetings. It really means a whole lot. And those of you who happen to see this on YouTube, it's a great encouragement for you to subscribe. So you want to ensure you're subscribing. It makes us feel the need, all right, to do more, and of course get across with such quality videos, right? So I think it's all necessary for us to sort of state that. So now, if you're right there, do not forget to subscribe on YouTube. Now, this was the top of the bear. I don't know if I call it the bear, top of the bull run, right? From 2016. And we got to this top in Q1 2017. Sorry, yeah, Q1 essentially, Q4, Q1. And so we came to the top or the height of the bear market in January 2019. And so we've been trying to escape the whole matrix. And here we were in March 2020. The market had the final bottom out of the bear in the Q1 of 2020. So 2020, during the COVID, was the market trying to find its escape route, and there you have it. The market escaped here in September. That is the final month in Q3, and so you all can begin to see how critical Q3 is. I'm just trying to give a background to how critical Q3 is. A backstory on the Bitcoin adoption, rate and factors that have been influential to the adoption we had in the Bitcoin past cycles. So essentially, what we can see right here is the fact that the market escaped, and this was like the final month of Q3. And what happened right here, right? One of the things that were the highlight of the talk in 2020 year is exactly Q3, Q4, which I'm going to be bringing out for you to see with some news data, right? The highlight of the adoption rate in Q4 of the crypto adoption rate, yeah, that's what I mean. In Q4 2020 was DeFi, NFTs, DeFi. So let's just say DeFi essentially, right? The highlight of the crypto adoption, right, in Q4, let me just say Q4, Q3 2020, right, was simply DeFi, in my own opinion, because I was writing an article, I remember, for this company known as Everpedia, but now known as IQ.wiki. All right, so it happened that long story short, we transition from being a writer to being a top, editor, and that went on for a while. And so the thing is, one of the highlights of our writings those moments was that we were writing so much about DeFi, decentralized finance. I remember writing about Olympus DAO, many stuff, right? So those were the trends and the talk that really brought so much to the fore as regards adoption in 2020, right? I really wish I'm going to be saying this right now. So okay, because in 2021 one of the things that went mainstream was NFTs. It was just coming out around 2020, but in 2021 it was so enormous, it was so big, right? So I think I'm going to be bringing some couple of details and articles from crypto.com and some other trusted and of course verified news outlets and news media, which I think is going to be so important. So yes, I think we are going to be looking at one of the things or themes that made so much talk around crypto adoption, right? So I think for me, I think it was DeFi and of course crypto exchanges, right? That was the major highlight. I'm going to be bringing that up because this is like 4 years after that moment, and here we are right now in a very critical time trying to decide what exactly the market is headed. Meanwhile, for me, I'm extremely bullish in this market. If you're not aware, I'm going to be saying that now. Today is the first day in the month of July, and I'm bullish on crypto. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I'm bullish on their utility and their use cases, and more importantly, I'm bullish on Ton. Now, I would analyze Ton blockchain or Ton token at some point, but of course, we are still analyzing, the adoption metrics, which I'm going to be, splattering across our faces, so we can make, rational decision and, thought-provoking, analysis, right, across what could be facts and figures surrounding how crazy Ton blockchain is really causing a shift, right? Yeah, a shift, a major one in the adoption of cryptocurrency, right? So now that was I think that's 2020. I'm just gonna bring crypto.com 2021. Yeah, I think the summary of it for crypto.com, according to their survey, which I'm gonna be bringing, also states that it was the year crypto went mainstream because we had a lot of talk. Now, look at this. I'm going to read this first few lines. I don't know if I should zoom it out. I think I'm just going to do that. What do you see here? 2021 was undoubtedly the year crypto went mainstream. Now, take note. According to Coin, this crypto.com research, the number of global crypto users more than doubled. Now, I'm going to be looking out for what's really the metrics. The metrics at this moment. Because you could walk down the streets, or let's say you could go across some place, or you go on an outing, and I tell you what you're going to be seeing is some people tapping. I'm telling you, I'm going to write an article about that. I already began that. I already began an article around that, and I tell you, you would see that. So that you can actually understand what we're trying to say. Don't forget, we're talking about Ton blockchain. And those of you on what's it called? Those of us on Binance, those of you who are joining the streaming platform, and if you're on YouTube, try to get over to Binance. We do the giveaways there. We would actually still try and do more on YouTube soon. Just keep following. I think you would always get rewarded, right? So yeah, the question will be, okay. All right, let's do that. I'm gonna ask a question. What token or network am I talking about? So if you get that, you get a share out of 10,000 pip token, right? And the answer is simply Ton. So y'all can this is not in any way some marketing gimmicks, or I don't know what to call this right now. Yeah, that's gonna be like for 20 folks, and it's gonna be like, yeah, so it takes just 30 seconds to have that written, and I hope you can actually grab as much as you can. So now this is what we're talking about, right? In the 2020-2021 bull cycle, essentially we had the adoption rate literally doubling, right? It's doubled, and in the first 6 months of the year in 2021, the total crypto market cap crossed 3 trillion. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but I tell you, it really makes a lot of sense. Why? Because with adoption rates, right? With adoption rates, don't forget, we are still very much bullish. With adoption rates comes with adoption rate comes increase in market cap, and that's something I want you to see. So look at that. So when the adoption number of global users doubled, we had the crypto market cap going insane. The figure, obviously, as you all can see, is simply 3 trillion, and that's very, very massive. Now you can imagine when this adoption, then that's why we're talking about adoption right now. We are considering these factors because they are very critical to we having unusual price actions and whatever you have to think of. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, because that's all what it is. That's all what it is, and it's unusual, right? It's explosive. It's very, very phenomenal, right? And I'm saying this so we can actually take critical note of what we're saying. Now, I've been on the market long from yesterday, right? Because I looked at the analysis on Sunday and I looked at the fact we're breaking into the new month, the new quarter, and I say, you know what? We are going crazy in this month, right? Market's going to buy. Fundamentally, sentimentally, technically, everything is pointing to one direction, a bullish market. I don't think there's anyone thinking of coming backward. Now, coming back to Tone blockchain and looking how massive Tone has upscaled, in my own opinion, how the market has upscaled adoption rates. I think it's one big jig, one big talk, and I think it's something we need to really look into, right? So in crypto generally, I'm going to be making us see the data. I'm going to look into look on chain and certain other on-chain analysis platform, because I think these are essentially one of those great discussions that helps us to make the most, right? So of what we should and we shouldn't do. All right. So yeah, it's not just about Bitcoin. This is like a narrative that covers the entirety of crypto. Now think of it. We had in 2023, was it 2023? I think it was 2023 into 2024, right? We had BlackRock filing for Bitcoin ETF for the first time. Fidelity, different asset managers, right, filed for that for the first time, including ArcShares Invest. So think of that and begin to imagine how the times are critically changing, and now crypto has taken a very critical position in all of these, and much more than crypto. I mean, or let's say zoning into crypto, we're talking of Tone right now in Q1, Q2, and now Q3 of 2024. This bull market, this particular cycle of Bullrun, I think Tone play and is playing a very unusual adoption, upscaling, right? That's the truth. So I am going to bring certain stuff to your faces, trying to get these details, and then yeah, I think that's pretty much what we are gonna be focusing on, right? So okay, let me bring this one first and then we can continue. Okay, now in summary, this particular article that was published on the 14th of January 2022 made it clear that, I mean, the old summary of DeFi, which was the 2020 adoption talk, and then the old growth of NFTs, right, and the follow up we saw by GameFi and Metaverse, and all of those made all of those advances in adoption explosive, right? And now the point is, that was all we could say essentially happened, and how crypto went mainstream. Thinking of dudes who begin to advance this whole thing, you want to consider people like Aston Martin, the Moon. I know the name of the guy is the Moon, and yeah, all of them got into crypto with major talk in YouTube. And I think people like Snoop Dogg and other people also made their NFTs, and that's what you get to see here. So mainstream awareness became more obvious, and many people began to become more interested in NFTs. Like if you get over to Binance now, you would see CZ's NFTs, right? It's available for purchase. I'm saying this so you can actually take note of the fact that a whole lot of creators really begin to come on to what's it called, NFTs, and they begin to have their creation and all of that. So I'm saying that was pretty much the whole highlight of the last bull cycle, but now we have a lot of unusual events playing out, one of which is ton blockchain, and I'm going to be bringing us back right into that, because I think that's the highlight of what we're discussing. What is ton blockchain? I'm going to be introducing us to what ton blockchain is in a short while. I think that's pretty much one of the reasons why we're here, and I tell you, you wouldn't regret it if you can stay true to the very end. So what is ton blockchain? I'm going to be introducing us to it. How important is it, and in what way is it revolutionizing the old crypto adoption, markets, so to speak? So I think that yeah, so that's what we're going to be focusing on if we come back after this break. So I think we're going to be going on a break now. It's more than 50. That. So I would want us to go hang on a break and then continue if you do not mind. It's break time. Yeah, all right, everyone, we're back. Apologies, we just had to take that break, and I think it was necessary and refreshing at the same time. So, essentially, this is the home page of Ton, and I think we want to understand what it is about. What is it about? How necessary is this blockchain, and how important is it to, leading our revolutionary understanding of what Ton is all about. So. And for me, I think there is so much we need to pay detailed attention to Ton. Now, the thing is this first. Ton, fun fact you might not know, was previously known as Telegram Open Network, but now it's known as the Open Network. And that, for me, really captures the meaning and the vision of Ton. It's a blockchain network, of course, like y'all know blockchain are, right? I mean, distributed ledger technology. It allows for accounting and, of course, executing transactions one way or the other. Now, the truth is this blockchain is not jicky or techy as every other blockchain seem to appear. I tell you, it's more easier. Now, take for instance, I'm going to give you more examples after we have given a lot of a simple introduction to what Ton is all about. Now, I don't know if you're aware, this blockchain made one of the best and if not the craziest airdrop in the history of airdrop in this bull cycle. I think I read somewhere in an article which I could pull up for you all, not which is one funny, interesting, and intriguing meme coins launched on Ton, did a wholesome airdrop of, I think, was it $3 billion? I think, I'm not sure. I think it was like that unusual figure, right? I think it was like $3 billion, not airdrop, like 3 million or so. I'm gonna confirm right now. Yeah, so Notcoin airdrop valuation. So I'm gonna bring that up quickly for us so we could see that. I think I saw that and it was an unusual figure, right? So I think yeah, it was explosive, right? It was explosive. I'm gonna check that quickly. So yeah, I tell you, this airdrop was one of the best airdrop anyone has ever experienced. I'm gonna give you the exact figure. Come on, where do I get to say this quickly? David, be fast. How much was given away as airdrop? Okay, over 80 billion tokens were distributed to participants. I think we can actually easily do that. 80 billion tokens were distributed. Let's do the mathematics. So yeah, Notcoin. So at all-time high, we can actually do the mathematics of how much of Notcoins were given out. Even at this current price, we can actually do the estimate. If we do 80 billion, I think 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this figure is crazy. Let me copy this out. So I think copying that out simply brings us to one exact simple figure. $112 million, right? That's explosive. Am I right? Yes, I'm right. $112 million. Unlike coins like ZK, I'm not calling any project, and Stacknet, I'm not calling any project. The majority of this project are crazy down, and of course, I don't think communities are using them so much as others, as this one I made mention of. So I'm saying, how do people got qualified for Notcoin, and how was Notcoin's airdrop a game changer for the entire crypto community? In the all-time high, or at all-time high, let me do the mathematics. 80 billion, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 80 billion multiplied by 0.0, let me see the all-time high. Yeah, 0.028, 0.02896. So this platform, like I made mention of, literally gave $2.3 billion, right, as giveaways, as airdrop for community. And I tell you, even after that giveaway, it seems as though it went down crazily, and now it's again back to 1.4 billion market capitalization. You can't be so sure these coins are the ones that go crazy. They can still do a 50x even at this crazy point. You don't want to imagine how much a 50x will be. That means a $50 investment or not at this point, buying that at 0.014 gives you 3,571 Notcoins, which if you get to sell at 50x will eventually imply that your $50 is going to work to 5 if you're patient, at least. So think of that for a moment and we can get back to our discussion. What were we discussing about? What Ton blockchain is? The truth is, those who got into or got on Notcoin airdrop simply did a simple task of tapping. And I think you all know the narrative that is really trending. TapSwap, AMSA Combat, CatZ Network, think of anyone, Pixelverse. All of these are all revolutionary deployment or projects that were launched after the successful launching of Notcoin. Well, I think one thing is important as we are making this discussion, as we're progressing, and that is the fact that Notcoin was a success because Ton blockchain or Ton network is a success. So what is Ton blockchain? Ton network is a decentralized and open network platform made up of several components, which simply includes the blockchain, the Ton blockchain, the Ton DNS, the Ton storage, and Ton sites. Ton blockchain is the core protocol that connects Ton underlying infrastructure together to form the greater Ton ecosystem. So in all simplicity, or in all simple terms, Ton is more like your Web2 to Web3 transition that makes blockchain interaction extremely cheap, simple, and seamless. Like you could do everything all on Telegram application. I was really intrigued. That's the truth. How folks who knows close to nothing about blockchain could interact with the blockchain and do crazy stuffs around with it, even though they have not learned stuff from anywhere. It's intuitive, it's seamless, and in my own opinion, it's really changing the narrative. And that right there is one critical thing that it makes me know that, you know what, Ton is not just a revolutionary adoption mechanics. Oh my god, what is happening? Right, that was one thing that made me to realize that. I also looked at it this way, that Ton is a hair of freshness in the entire crypto ecosystem. I'm trying to go check what is happening with our live session on this platform. I hope it's not down. I'm not going to be so happy about that, right? So I'm just probably going to be trying to launch another one again. Okay, thank god we're still here. Hi, thank goodness. I was thinking we've lost connection. So now essentially that is the proof. That was a thing that Ton changed. All right, and that was it. Now I'm saying this so we can actually take critical note of how this is changing the narrative. I'm telling you. And if you are getting one or two knowledge about this, you know why I'm thinking of Ton as the Solana of this bull cycle. That sounds crazy, isn't it? Now I'm looking at my trades. So sorry, crazy. This monthly candle is just opening, and this is opening crazily. Oh my god, I think I'm probably gonna close my trade right now, because I mean this candle is gonna probably come a little bit down, like 61,600 before going up. I had to take that short break. Just want to go check what's going on. Oh my gosh, this has even removed me. Wow, this is unusual. Think of that. Hey, we had a surplus ETM, right? And I had a like profit and I didn't close because I was like, this trade is gonna do well, it's gonna perform crazily. In all honesty, these stops happen in the market, you just have to be careful anyway. So now, in all honesty, I'm still very much bullish. Let's come back to what we're discussing about Ton block. That was just one trade anyways, not all the trades. And meanwhile, I'm very much a little bit bearish on Euro, which implies we could have a little bit of sells and then buys. So come back to Ton. I'm saying this was our Ton, or this is our Ton, or this is why Ton is essentially changing the narrative of cryptocurrencies. I tell you, if you're still very much there and you're thinking, I don't think Ton is having so much to offer, I don't think Ton is having anything to deploy, I do not think we can see much, so to speak, with Ton. But I tell you, you are really making it wrong. You want to go ask your friends, your neighbor, what are they tapping? You will be shocked and surprised they are tap swapping. They are just trying to get qualified or eligible for airdrop. And how is that possible? How did they know that just by interacting with Telegram you can actually stand a chance for an airdrop, or make transactions, have some wallets within your Telegram app? It's all because of what? It's all because of Ton. So Ton blocking is simply designed as a distributed supercomputer, a super server, intended to provide a variety of products and services to contribute to the development of the vision of decentralization for the new internet. So that's simply what Ton is all about. I don't know if I should open this video, but I think we have done the basic introduction to what Ton is all about. So I think there's a Ton blockchain. Really, I don't know if this is free. I'm just gonna check that out. It's not a financial advice. Is it free? I think it's gonna cost something, I'm not sure. Gonna look out for that. Anyways, so guys, there you go about Ton. I'm gonna come back to the Ton ecosystem. I think we've introduced Ton to you. It's one of the simplest blockchain. The transactions are extremely fast, and the gas transactions are very slick. I tell you, it's extremely simple. You actually interact with transaction and do all of those things on your mobile phone. In fact, by that I mean um on your, what's it called, on your Telegram application, right? So Telegram app is more like an internet of its own world, a world of its own, and there you get a whole lot to interact with. Yeah, so let's come to understand Ton ecosystem. We're gonna be wrapping this up very quickly. Come on. I'm actually chilling Notcoin to you officially, but it's not a financial advice at the same time. Buy Notcoin. All right, you get this on Binance, get this on top leading exchanges, Bybit, OKX, wherever your funds is, Gate, MEXC, think of one, and ensure you buy Not. If you're not buying, trade it. All right, so yeah, so I want to open Ton ecosystem. Yeah, I'm gonna open Ton ecosystem for ourselves to see. Yeah, you see what I'm saying about BTC? Crazy. I knew with the way we have the monthly candle opening, it could be a serious manipulation, and that was why we had that little loss of BTC trade. But guess what? Other trades are gonna cook well. It could just come a little bit like this 62-100, and then it goes because of a monthly candle. I didn't envision that coming. All right, so there you have it. I could have left, but I was actually slow. Look at that, guys. And what if he doesn't just go? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about BTC, but Ton. So the Ton market cap sits on $20 billion. Ton itself sits on $18 billion. Think of Ton entering $50, like that's an easy 8x thereabouts. I think it's something that would happen, right? Attempting 10x is something also very possible. Like having a 190 billion market cap is so possible, because you have to draw many factors to the fore. But I think, yeah, there are many coins you want to look out for within Ton, ecosystem. It's also sad that majority of those coins you get to see are memes and all of that, right? You want to look out for the ones that have real utility, and I think, yeah, right, you can actually as well begin to find means to get on this, right? I'm being honest with you guys. So like, for example, this UTP swap, I don't know if it's like a swap coin or whatever it is for a particular platform, but jokes aside, I think you want to do your own research, DYOR, sorry, on Ton, and get your wholesale, your funds prepared and all you've got to do prepared. So I think yeah, that's pretty much a better way to explain how Ton as and is making so much impact. And for me, I think yeah, I'm gonna tell you for free, because if you want to begin to compare facts and data, like you want to go to, like, let's say, look on chain for how this is. Let me look for that. I think I'm gonna use this. Look on chain, either look on chain or DAP radar, whichever one you've got to look at. Look on chain. Meanwhile, I'm actually also gonna be saying this. Farm Pixel. If you're ready and you're on YouTube, I'm gonna drop the link to Pixel fast. So Farm Pixel. Oh my god, what happened? Wow, what happened right now? Have I mixed the link? Have I missed it? Wow, maybe this is not the one I'm thinking of. Sorry, let me look at Messari. Sorry, I think that's the website. I'm going to be looking for a different one entirely. On chain. Okay, Messari or Quant. I think Messari, Quant. Yeah. So all of those gives us prices and all of that. So I think, yeah, that's one. Okay. So here you go with Mesari. I think we can actually begin to look out for Ton. Okay. Yeah, so let's compare networks. I'm just going to be wrapping this up at this point, right? I hope we get to see that. Sorry. Oh my god, I've got to pay to do this. Okay, ecosystem. Show more. No, show less. No, wait a minute. Okay, let me. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me look at Solana and then after looking out for Solana, I'll check out for Ton. In a way, I would have loved to see the amount of asset locked, because I mean, all of those are giving you a clue of the levels of trust users have on those platforms. But jokes apart, I am being honest. I don't know if we could use the amount of followers as a proof of trust. But jokes aside, I'm telling you, right, what's been the obvious sentimental narrative is that Ton blockchain is really the all breath of freshness, and you want to look out for the opportunities there. The gaming ecosystem under Ton, entertainment ecosystem under Ton, what have you under Ton. I think all of those are important metrics that we wouldn't want to miss or mess around with, I think, in my own opinion. So just for me to be clear, just wanting you to take a very important clue on how Ton blockchain is really changing the narrative around crypto transactions and what have you, right? So that's pretty much it. So there are tendencies for us to have BTC trading down into this zone, right? And I also think it could run up from here, because my analysis on BTC is this simple, right? I was looking at here actually. I was thinking we could run from there. So whichever way, it could just come down to 61,600 and then run back up. So be on the lookout and don't FOMO. So I think on the Ton ecosystem, or within the Ton ecosystem, there are many other coins. Many. This Gram, I don't know, I'm not giving a talk about it. Gunfish, and a lot of dudes have profit from that. But I want to tell you, do your own research, get your old selves together, and of course, look out for what exact token you want to invest within on Ton. I think that's a couple of minutes, and we've made so much progress with this discussion. I want to check the live room and see what's been making the rounds. I really appreciate everyone for coming. So yeah, so you want to look out for next posts and then subscribe if you're on YouTube. Yeah, if you're on Binance, try to follow. I'm really going to be appreciating that, right? I tell you, it really would make a lot of sense if I get to see that, right? So don't forget, we've made so much progress in our discussion around with Ton, and I think that's very much important for us to say, right? So I don't know. Any question for me? I'm actually waiting. So let me ask one more question. What token did I suggest you could buy? So let me just ask that on the live room. So my answer is what? Let me know if you get it. So all right, so if there are dudes who could just quickly type that, it's actually not going. I've actually mentioned the answer right now. So if you can actually get that, that's a proof you've been following. So meanwhile, try to follow and subscribe. I mean, we really need this. Please, all of you viewing this, try to subscribe and follow. Right, you helping our work by doing that, I tell you. And it's a very great contribution at that. So somebody participated. Okay, all right. It's not going. The answer is not. Let me just help some people. Some people are not getting it. The answer is not. That's the name of the coin. Not. So come on. I'm looking at all of you. You all not responding too well, and it's really off. I'm gonna be trying to do another quiz again. Maybe let me make it bigger this time around. What do I say now as a question to ask? Are we bullish or we are bearish? I think I'm gonna be asking that probably. Guess what? The market is secretly acting up, so we might run from here, right? So are we bullish? As I explained today. So I think we discussed extensively, and of course I gave my perspective as to what I think we are. So let me know what your answer is. This is gonna be like for 20 persons. I'm gonna be sharing 10,000 pips. I'm gonna be giving you yeah, let me make it 50 or let me make it 30. So we have 60 seconds to make a grab on that. So if you can, I know that looks so small, about 10 cents or about, but I think you see could do something with that by keeping and holding. But yeah, I think there you go. Those of you on YouTube, I'm going to be encouraging you to try to come over to a Binance stream where we get a share all of these packs and giveaways. So what are you thinking? Are we bullish as I explained today? Yes, all right, great. So I think people are actually getting that, and the timing is also very great. So yeah, that's the answer. Yes. So that's interesting. So guys, don't forget, this particular blockchain is going to be changing, excuse me, the narrative and the wallet. I'm going to be installing Ton wallet here. So it's simple. If you're using PC, you can actually easily download your Ton wallet, right? But I think you can do that, and when you install it, it's going to be into your phone, right? I don't want to get into my Telegram app, so but I'm saying installing Telegram wallet is going to be like on your PC or on your mobile device, and that is essentially going to be inside, right, your Telegram mobile app. So I think, or your Telegram PC app. So right, so that's pretty much it. And I think so that's essentially what we're gonna call it. So I think we're way gone past our moment of expectation in this live session, and I'm saying this because look at this. I think we might be expecting the market to, since it was not going to sell all along like this, right? I'm going to be looking out for a POI right here, and guess what I'm going to be haunting this market by crazily. So this is my POI OP, and of course there's a fair value gap right there. So if Bitcoin eventually mistakenly trade into here, I tell you, it's going to be like a crazy buy order for us. So I don't know if I'm going to be closing this, because I mean this market on Mondays looks so unusual. So I think we just want to close it and wait, but because it's giving me a suggestion, we might just have to come into this point. So because Monday's markets are for manipulation, and Tuesday give us a real deal. So be on the lookout, right? If you're right here with us, I think I've given you all a clue right now. So look out, get set, and of course, yeah. And back to Ton analysis. I don't know what I've got to see. Let me see. The sell on Ton was not solid, and that implies Ton still have some ideations or some perspective. So what I'm going to be looking out for is I'm going to be closing this trade probably. So I'm going to probably close this trade, right? Like I'm actually thinking this could actually buy more, right? But I don't know if I should close this or I should leave it as... Yeah, see that? So on a 2 hours time frame, what do we get to see? You could just sell a little bit like to this point, but I don't know. The market is very uncertain, so maybe I am like that, looking at the market and also being uncertain as well. I cannot tell. So meanwhile, folks, I would say please thank you all for coming. I'm trying, and I'm gonna be, I wish I could just do some giveaways for anyone who follow personally, because we really need this followership. If you're here, please try to follow. Please follow us, right? So I mean, we can easily get like 4K views and 10K views and what have you, right? Like, it's very easy. So we can simply have all right, so I think it's interesting for us to, yeah, let me just also get reminders on, right? So like, look at that flip over right now. Do you see what Bitcoin just did? And that's one thing with the market. You might be expecting it to come like crazy down, but it just says, you know what, I'm not interested in that. And it just goes, this is a POI on a 2 hours candle, and this and the POI on 2 hour candle. So there are two spots Bitcoin could just get to, and then the market has a very unusual way. Just keep trying to follow. And I'm also looking at Boom, what exactly is it doing? So like Boom looks like prepare to run, in my opinion, honestly, and that's why I'm thinking of still maybe holding up my trades. Look at that. So I think I'm gonna just keep this as a reference point for some reason, so that's when it plays out, because I think it would play out. I would have some records to you know bring across your faces. That being said, I think we've actually had a very great, interesting moment of discussions. It's been almost an hour, I guess, and it's interesting that we almost not feel it. So don't forget, we talked about tone and we made you all realize maybe it's going to be edited or we're going to do another video. I cannot tell, but I think we've talked so nicely about how critical tone is going to be changing. It's going to be changing narrative. That reminds me, I'm going to be checking out for this token called People. Yeah, so Ton is native token. It's one native token that is interesting and simple. Yeah. So I think the amount of funds flowing to Ton is very, very crazy, and I tell you, it's gonna be like unusual. Easy to use crypto platform that's really bringing so much to the fore. So look at that, and then a lot of analysis. I know up, down. Then we're gonna be having a new up. So there's nothing we can do about it. I am probably gonna be looking at People. This coin has been quite down. I think you just see it right now, you don't know how it ran up. Constitution down. The only time frame is quite down. Alright, so thank you so much for coming, everyone. Do not forget to do your own research on the Ton ecosystem I mentioned of, and you will know what exact coin to bag or to buy. Some of them are not on Binance, honestly, so you must go on tin, do your own research, and of course, no financial advice. Don't take any of what I've said as a financial advice, but of course do your own due diligence research. We're gonna talk some other time on maybe 10 top coins to bag in this month of July. I've made a post on X. If you are just joining my platform, I'm gonna be making you see that. I'm gonna probably make you see that. Yeah, my interest is that y'all are not aware, right? I made this post, and meanwhile, if you're on Twitter, I don't think there's anything wrong if you gotta go look out for what we posted, right? So the post I made was like, what if we already bottomed out on BTC? This post was made what exactly? That was yesterday, 30th of June 2024. It was exactly 5:36 p.m. and I made it clear because I made a previous post where I made it clear that BTC is probably going to be going to 54k, and at that time Bitcoin was like 64k, and of course y'all know it got to 58k, and my concerns began to shift and say, what if we already bottomed out on BTC? The price got to 54k. The post video was made with BTC trading at 64k. Ethereum got like 3.2k. Solana 122 dollars. Didn't seem to be the bottom. Try buying well-researched coins now, and that's what I said. And it's on the financial advice. So please look out for that and begin to do that right now. I think it's important for y'all to do. So if that really makes some pique your interest, don't forget to give us a following, subscribe, and of course I would say peace out and shout out to you all for coming. Good day, subscribe, bye, peace. So